Hey, hey, it's your girl Nurse T checking in on this beautiful afternoon. Hey, you guys, come on in, come on in, come on in. We are here live today with a very, very special guest. So, if you saw the title of the live, you will know that we are talking about the assisted living facility business today. Some call it group home, some call it assisted living home, but it is a sector of healthcare that is a largely growing business in our industry because of the nature of how things are going with people not going into places like nursing homes and things of that nature, and also probably more so coverages for these type of extended care are getting less and less, and so assisted living is a booming business. And today I have with me the assisted living guru. You guys, if you've been rocking with me for a couple of years, you have seen this lady before. She has spoken at all of our conferences since 2019, Miss Jane and Kay, and she hails from the great state of Maryland. And you guys, when I tell you, not only is she in Maryland now, but she's also operating in Texas as well. And this lady has the blueprint when it comes to the assisted living facility business. She got it laid down. Not only does she have it laid out to where you can have a successful start to your business, but even how you can continue a lifeline for your business. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And that's what she's going to be gracing the stage this year at conference to talk about. She has the lifeline. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and you guys share this out. Share the video, tag your friends, get them on here. I'm going to bring Miss Jane and Kate on here. Jane, how are you, girl?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Super excited to have you on here with me today. But before we get started, I want you to go ahead and tell the people who you are and what you do.
Awesome. All right, this is Jen NK, and I have been in this industry for 16 years. Okay, so I started far back in 2007 when my daughter was like really very small. And I am so happy that I have a business that has established me for success. So just like we all know in the healthcare industry, you have an opportunity to tap into the trend. And when it comes to assisted living is the trend because, I know the home health care agency and servicing people, seniors at home is a trend. But most seniors can stay home and they don't want to go to the big facilities. So the only option is the family style, the residential. And that is where I come in. And that is what I like to do. And that is what I like to teach people how to do. And I'm so excited to be part of the Healthcare Business Academy because I want to give you a tool to succeed in assisted living if that's what interests you. I know there are so many different options for you, but if you are interested in assisted living and you're looking for a raw information, you're looking for true information on how to succeed, I will give you a lifeline. And then on this year's conference, I'm hoping people will be there to get this information because it really matters and your success depends on it, I think.
Yes. So briefly, just give a little bit of background on your actual businesses, like what you've done, how you transitioned from Maryland to Texas now. Just tell the people a little bit about you in the industry.
Yes. So I started at my first facility in 2007, and since then I grew multiple family style residential assisted living in Maryland. So we have one, we're planning to grow now in Texas, and the reason why we decided to expand to Texas is because one thing I've learned in this industry is to plan ahead of time. So most seniors that I encountered while in this business, even though they had they were entrepreneurs and they had businesses, but they never really planned on time, for the last years of the business. So when my mom, when I retired my mom in 2021, and then I'm thinking about, even though some people might say that I'm young, but I'm thinking ahead of time. So where do I want to expand? I want to expand this business. I want to grow. Where do we want to grow? So that was when I decided that Maryland is not a place for me to grow. I want to grow in Texas. So we decided to move to Texas last year, and then we are here trying to grow this facility here, the residential assisted living facility. And I'm so excited because it's just a business that you can grow anywhere because we have seniors everywhere.
Absolutely. I was going to say that the blessing in it, the beauty in it is the fact that you can take a business model,
Right.
start one place, expand it, and then move on to the next. And that's what it's
Yes.
all about. That's what actually inspired you to get into assisted living? Like, what inspires you to get into that business, and what keeps you motivated and still doing it?
Doing it. Okay, so well, the day that I started this business, I was working in a nursing home. I think maybe some of your viewers here, maybe they've heard my story. But I was working in the nursing homes. I was working in the assisted livings, and I was seeing just the lack of care because of the overwhelming number of seniors that are assigned to staff. So and then on this day they gave me I was assigned to about 20 residents
Oh my
to take care of. Yes, but it's true. It happens. I know that I've met people that had the same experience. So and then of course I had to take care of all these residents, and then I was feeling bad because I was supposed to. Well, I worked from 3 to 11, and then I was supposed to get off at 11, but I noticed that the night shifts they were short. So I'm like, okay, of course I've been concerned about the quality of care I was providing. It's like running through these residents like it's nothing, like no contact. It's like I was just running and just trying to get things done. So I'm not having that connection and interaction that I was supposed to be having with these residents. So on this particular day, I decided that I'm going to stay for the night shift and help. Right around 1 a.m. It was time for me to go on break. I went to my car to take a little nap. But honestly, I did not wake up until the next morning. Yeah. This is the first time hearing this. so, so I did not wake up to the next morning. Actually, what woke me up was the morning shift nurses coming in and then so so apparently everybody was calling me what happened to her. They called my phone. My phone was there. They called her house, nothing. I was in the car in the parking lot, knocked out. So I was so ashamed. When I went in, I apologized. I was sorry. I was trying to help, but I was tired. And I know most of us still do this. Most of us are working ourselves too hard. Most of us are still out there trying to start a business but not making the move, trying to start a business but not making the right connection. So, and that was it for me that day. I didn't wait to be fired. I literally fired myself, got back home, and took my daughter and went downtown. I started looking for a business to do. But of course, I just knew that I wanted to care. I wanted to take care of people. And that was when I, started looking into the assisted living and then, it has been, I know that caring for people is motivating for me, but I also like the fact that that I can grow my wealth while making an impact. So that's my motivation. That is like doing something that can help, make me money while I make more impact.
Right.
So
That you said something huge, and I'm gonna have to use that. I'm gonna bring that back to when we get the conference. You said I didn't allow them to fire me. I went ahead and fired myself.
yeah,
That's huge. And
yeah,
and that's a lot. That's a story for a lot of us. That was the same with me. When I left for that last time, that last job that I worked on was a similar where it was like I was done. Like I was to the point where it's like, you know what, y'all not gonna handle me. I'm gonna handle myself. And that's your motivation. Like that you can now create the life that you want to lead based on your own terms and still doing what you love to do, and that's caring.
yes.
So that's huge. So what are some of the biggest challenges you faced in the industry? Like I know a lot of people are looking who may be looking toward moving in the direction of adult family home or assisted living facility, and like help them out. Like what are some of the challenges you face in the business, and how did you overcome them?
So, well, my first challenge was I chose the wrong name for the business. Okay, when I started out, Me and my partner at that time were very spiritual. We're trying to save lives, and we decided to name the business Rapture Arms.
Don't sound like y'all killing folks over there.
So this is funny, and this is one of the things that in my program I teach you how to choose the right business name. You might think that it's not relevant. It is.
It
And I
really is.
know, I know during the conference, I know you have people that are going to talk about branding and stuff. It's very, very important. Even if you think you know everything, honestly, every time I coach people, they have an aha moment because I'm telling them exactly what I experienced and why all those factors are very important. It was a huge mistake for me because I named the business Rapture Arms. So when people started calling, well, first of all, people were not calling, okay? Because that was scaring them away. So eventually,
It was scary.
so eventually, an older guy that was probably like really desperate called and said, "Well, hey, I'm looking for a place for my mom, but I wanted to know, are we gonna be getting raptured?"
That is hilarious. I never knew that. You never told me that story. That is hilarious.
So I'm like, "Of course not." You know, I'm wondering. I'm a Christian, but I don't want to get raptured yet.
We ain't ready to see Jesus yet. But you
So
know
that
what?
was
I'm glad you told that story because I too have to teach the importance of names. And now you guys, y'all see, it's not even just one type of business. That's important across the board.
because when we want to start a business, we're passionate, we're excited. I mean, I've seen people naming their business like these huge, crazy, made up names that, actually I've had a client that made up a name and I'm like, what does the name mean? Oh, I just made it up. Then I went and looked it up. It was like some fetish god, it's like it's so important to work with, maybe a branding expert or just learn just to make sure you're on the right path because these things there are systems, there are strategies, those are the things. So those are the challenges that I had initially because I was just going, on my own pace and just doing whatever I feel like doing without following strategies, without following systems, and learning from people that knows how it works and people that knows the things you can do. You can't be naming your business no Raptor Arms, even though you're trying to save people out, which I think I was trying to do, but I think I was creating an impression that people are going to be afraid that they're going to get raptured. And then it's just like, this is the reason why we were not getting no calls. So, well, that was my first challenge was the branding the business and, the mistakes that I made branding the business. And then the second challenge, and I know that most of my clients have this challenge, is the zoning. I had issues with the zoning. I had issues with the neighbors. And I mean, that's one of the things that also, when I say the assisted living lifeline, during the conference, I'm going to be laying out the lifeline on how to succeed in this business. And I know that whoever is in attendance, and if they want to start an assisted living, I'm going to give them a tool that they need to start a business successfully. And you're going to understand the things that you need to do so that way you're not making mistakes, you are not spending money unnecessarily, and you're not wasting time.
That's huge because zoning makes a difference. Like we hear people all the time saying, "Oh, I'm gonna start assisted living. I'm looking over here for a home," but you got to first make sure that you can do it in specific areas. Is that true?
Actually, that is very true because I have had a client that invested a lot of money in purchasing property, and then she went ahead and felt like she needed a parking pad, and she went ahead and put the parking pad, and someone told her that she needed a like the sprinkler system. She went ahead and put all that, but by the time I started working with her, because she was getting stuck with the zoning, and she found out that you cannot have assisted living in this building to have 8 people. You can only have 4. And now this building is big enough for 8. She has expanded it. It's beautiful, but because she did not ask the right question, because she did not make the right contact, because she did not have any guidance, it was like a huge, deep loss. for that
Yeah, because
investment.
if you're planning and you're investing to be able to have an 8-bed facility and now you got to cut it down to 4, that's a
Yes.
cut in revenue too. Like you can only, so now she's got to, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course that was my initial experience for our very first facility. We had issue because we did not consult with the zoning, and then when the neighbors started complaining, and we were also forced to downsize, and then I had to file an appeal and things like that. So sometimes, even though you can file an appeal, but it's just
Better to start
necessary.
it off the
Yeah, it's
right
better
way.
to just
Yeah.
start it off right. Get the right information and start it off right. So those are my biggest two challenges.
That's
You
huge
know.
because I'm sure that there's somebody watching that probably didn't consider that. So you guys, I mean, the way I'm taking this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if this is something that you're embarking on and you've already thought, oh, I'm going to buy a property or I'm going to set up here, you first need to be consulting and figuring out or checking out the zoning. That's a
Yeah.
nugget. Let me just tell y'all now, she has a whole signature program. People pay her thousands of dollars for these startups, and she's on here dropping nuggets
Yeah.
for free. So I hope you're paying attention. Those of you out here, your assisted living folks, that's a huge nugget. Start with your zoning first and
Yeah.
let that guide. Is that what you're saying, Jane? Let that guide you in some of the decisions you're making when you're choosing a location.
Yeah, so the zoning is one of the things, but I mean, of course, during the conference, I'm going to go deeper, on when it comes to location. So
Right.
L for the lifeline is location. So under that location, there's so many different things to consider.
Got
There
you.
are so many different things to consider that we can't just cover here today, but I'll be able to go more in details. But zoning is just
That
one
was
of
one of
them.
your biggest challenges, though.
Yes, yes,
Probably the same for many other people.
many, yes, yes.
So, if you could give advice, like to a person who was just starting out, like what advice would you give someone who's just starting out, and like what qualities do you think are necessary for success?
Well, to me, I think I've seen most entrepreneurs have this, and some people still struggle with it. To me, failure is not an option. Failure
Failure is not an option.
is not an option. So, and when it comes to making sure that failure is not an option, is you taking all the necessary steps to make things happen. So there are two things that can happen. I know exactly what I'm doing, or I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But guess what? I'm gonna get somebody that knows what they're doing and have them do it. There is no need spinning around the circle. There is no need wasting time. 2 years, 5 years, you're still researching on Google and stuff like that. That's just, I mean, if you decide that failure is not an option for you, you just have to do what you need to do to make sure that you're finishing what you started. Even
Right.
the dream you conceived, that dream you conceived to start your business this year, the dream you conceived to start your assisted living business, and then you started the process, and then you feel like you're stuck.
Right.
You have to know that failure is not an option for you. So if you have that mindset, I mean, assisted living is a challenging industry, but there's just so much benefit to it. Just like I always say, there's nothing like a business that rewards both your heart and your wallet. This is a business that rewards your heart and it rewards your wallet. So I know that most of us will say, oh, I'm not doing it for the money. Well, guess what? You can't do it without money. You need the money to do this
Right.
stuff.
It's a
So
business at the end of the day, and business is you in business to make some money. Right.
yes, let's just be real. We want to help people. You want to start this. You want to be successful in it. You don't want to fail. Failure is not an option for you. That's my advice for people. Just if you are ready to go, just go. Just have that mindset that I'm not going to fail in this. And because you're not going to fail, you're going to do your part, and you're going to have someone else help you in the areas that you know that you need help with. So that way you can get yourself on stock and just keep on moving, and so you can make your dream come true. So
That's
that would be my greatest
That would
advice.
be business advice.
Mhm.
Where can people find you? Website, social media page. If someone were on here and wanted to connect, how can they find you?
Well, I'm on social media as Janenke Inspires. I have a page there. If you type in JANENK, I'm gonna be all over the place. So if you go on YouTube and you type in JANENK, I'll be there. Type them together. Type them together. JANENK. So you can literally find me. You find my I have books that I've written for this for this industry. And what is but one of the things is that I want to give people tools there so that way they can get information they need, and then if you need more help, I'm also there to support. But it's just very important that and then of course I have a conference. I've not held my conference recently, so I used to have a conference, but I'm glad that you have your conference, and I'm glad that I can come there and meet some of the nice people that I've helped, and some people that have been looking forward to me helping them. So that's really a good thing. But I'm out there, and if you need help, just type in my name, and you can send me an inbox, or you can visit my website JANENK.com. Make an appointment, and then we can chat. You know, Once in a while, I offer free consultation. I do have a 2-year-old, and I'm just enjoying the yeah, you know, being a mom. So, but I do offer free consultations, and I hope to get to see you all during the conference.
Yes, y'all come on
Yeah,
out now. We still got a couple seats available. You see it scrolling across the screen, www.readytolevelup.com if you really want to get in and be in the room. And that's huge. When you're aspiring to do things, you have to place yourself amongst the people who are doing it and doing it well. You can't learn anything from somebody. Nobody can say to you that they can help you do something that they have not done already themselves. And that's the beauty of being in the room amongst the greats in the industry. You get to rub elbows, you get to have candid conversations, you get resources. You know what I'm saying? Conference is going to be huge, and I'm super excited because Jane, there are so many people who contact us about help with assisted living. That's not my forte. I
sure.
cannot teach anyone something that I don't do, and I don't run that type of business. But
Right.
we've been connected for a few years now, and you're the professional, and that's what I do. If it's something I can't help them with, I'm going to show you to the professional who can. And so this is going to be awesome this year. She's going to be there. She's going to have her books. She's going to have training for you guys. She's going to teach you some things. She's got the Lifeline, and I just I invite you all, if you're able to, June 9th through 11th here in Atlanta for the Level Up 2023 Healthcare Business Conference. Miss Jane Caden Wode will be gracing the stage. She will be in and out and through conference. So I'm telling you, if this is something you want to do, now's your opportunity to get it done.
Yes, come on out, guys. Let's have some fun and learn how to make an impact while we make some money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you close out today. If it's one last thing you want to say to the folks before we get off here.
Well, just like I always say, there is nothing as great as a business that rewards both your heart and your wallet. So I hope to see you in Atlanta.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. All
Yeah.
right, girlie, it was so great as always. And to you guys, thank you guys for checking in with us. If you're checking us out on a replay, you got oh, I didn't ask anyone if they had questions. Look at us, we about to hop off here. I know you're busy, I'm busy. Is there anyone on here live who has any questions that we can get answered for you really quick while we're on here? I always allow the viewers a chance to ask questions, but if you've got a question, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Even if you're checking this out on replay, go ahead and drop your question in the comments because we check those and we'll tag Jane so that she can get it answered for you. But we do hope to see you at conference. And again, her information is listed in the comments. So if you want to reach out to her, janenk.com, or you can search her all through social media land at Jane and K. Just type in Jane and K. She's the one and only. And you can get the help that you need. So I don't
Yeah.
see any comments. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop off of here. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Oh, somebody said, I don't have a question, but I just secured my seat. Hey, go ahead and drop your name because it's not showing me your name. But drop your name so we can shout you out, girl, your name, or guy, girl. Shout, put your name and the state that you're coming from, because we look forward to having you. When we're streaming live through here through StreamYard, it doesn't allow us to see your name unless you give them Latronda. Okay, Latronda, see that? So we look forward to having you. Y'all, we're gonna have an amazing, amazing time.
Yeah.
Aside from, I can't even express the amount of training that you're gonna get during this conference weekend. But aside from the top tier coaching and training, and from the speakers and all the coaches and consultants that are gonna be in the house, we're gonna have some fun. We got the white party going on. Now, VIP day is sold out. I'm sorry if y'all didn't get a VIP ticket yet. They are sold out. So the rooftop bar party will be for the VIPs, but the white party, the all white party on the general conference they won that night is going down that night. We're going to have some fun. We're all about learning, but we're all about also teaching people that there's nothing wrong with enjoying life and enjoying the fruits of your labor. And we want to show you that aside from getting in tune to your business and making good money, you should be enjoying life and having fun. And that's what we're all about. And so we're looking forward to you guys to come out, meet us in person. Many of you I've connected with and interacted with through social media land for several years, and we've never actually met in person. And so we get to do it this conference weekend. And so I'm excited. I know
I'm
Jay's
excited.
is excited. There's
Yes,
people
I'm
that she's been
excited.
working with that has never met her in person, or people in this community, our Facebook community, that have seen her on other lives with me and things like that, and will get a chance to actually interact. So you guys come on out. If you haven't already, go ahead to the website, check out the registration information. We'd love to see you here in Atlanta. Until next time, goodbye. Have a great day and God bless.
All right. See you guys. God bless.